Good afternoon and hello executives. We at Spartan Building Group would like to present to you an exciting investment opportunity among the up-and-coming area of Coweta, Oklahoma that we believe is on the brink of market expansion. My name is Rachel Vorma and I am Director of Marketing and Sales for Wildflower Meadows at Coweta Creek.
I'm Jack Brighton, I'm Market Research Manager.
I'm Amanda Wakefield, Land Development Specialist.
I'm Sarah Stubbe, Director of Product Design.
I'm Alex Beef, I'm the Project Manager.
Dan Hamilton, Director of Finance and Operations.
To start today, Jack will be going through the market analysis, Amanda will be covering site design, Sarah will be going through product design and green initiatives, Alex will be going through construction management, I will be covering sales and marketing, and Dan will be closing with the financial analysis. To begin, we'll have Jack with the market analysis.
Thank you, Rachel. Overall, we have a 6-year time commitment with a 58.7 total acquisition and construction cost, total sales and revenue at $65.5 million, and internal rate of return at 20%. Now, with a cash investment of $11.2 million, we'll be able to make this all very possible. Our competitive market area was created by a 25-minute drive time from our site's location, where you can see depicted by that star on the map there. Within this 25-minute drive time, you have the cities of Tulsa, Broken Arrow, and Bixby, as well as key employers such as Amazon and American Airlines, who will be bringing new employers to the area in the coming years. There are competitive builders in the area, and they have been able to sell their homes very quickly, but at a disadvantage to the home buyer. And this is because they have bad reviews for low quality and little style variation. We're going to turn that into an advantage for our project by not only creating more style variation, but having better quality with more features and competitive pricing. This graph depicts the difference between our price per square foot and our competitor's price per square foot. As you can see on the x-axis, you have square footage, and the y-axis, you have total cost. Looking at the purple squares there, you can see that we're right in the middle of this mix, meaning that we have a good advantage because we're not too high or not too low. From the economic analysis, we have been able to determine that this is not only the perfect time, but the perfect place to develop. And that's because we have a low absorption rate of 1.8 months. That means demand is high and supply is very low. With a positive appreciation rate, as well as a cost of living 5% lower than Coweta and Wagner County, as well as the census tract where our site is located has a household yearly income at $71,500. From this, we determined 2 target market groups. The first being young and expanding families, for the main reason that they're looking for a good school for their kids to go to, with a high school graduation rate at 10% higher than the Tulsa public schools, as well as the majority of the population being right in this age bracket. The last and second one would be the first-time home buyers, mainly for the reason that they're looking for an affordable place to live while still being close to home. With all this, I'm going to pass it over to Amanda, who's going to talk about site development.
Thank you, Jack. So currently our site resides on a lot that is neighboring to a commercial area as well as residential. So currently our site is zoned as general commercial, and we will be rezoning it to residential single family R3. From here, our site has a lot of amenities, including natural features that we will be amplifying through our site design. Our site design features a large amount of green space that connects our site within a curvilinear road network. We have 315 homes, and within our site we have this purple area, which is our community center and pool. We also have additional areas including open space, sports fields, and areas such as trails. You can see our trails on the slide above. This will be abiding by the National Green Building Standard walkability standards. From here, we have 5,000 square feet lots, and that's included in our base home price. We have additional size upgrades as well as location-based upgrades. These include upgrades that back up to natural areas and our corner or one-sided developments. And now I'd like to hand it over to Sarah for product design.
Thank you, Amanda. Here at Wildflower Meadows, we have created the modern craftsman-style home that is unique to the area, but is not stray too far from the norm. We have 5 products, 4 ranch-style homes, and 1 true 2-story home. The first is the Carolina, at 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, at 1,400 square feet. This would be the perfect home for first-time home buyers. Next is the Astor, at 1,600 square feet with 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. This home is similar to the Carolina, but has a larger square footage. Next is the Charlotte, at 1,800 square feet with 4 bedrooms and 2.5 baths. This would be a great home for young and expanding families. Now here's the Drummond, with 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, at 2,000 square feet. As you can see, they have a large common area, but the bedrooms are separate and more private from each other. And lastly is our Magnus. It's the true 2-story home, with 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and 2,300 square feet. This would be a great home for larger families. And as you can see on the second floor right here, we have an open space to the first floor, but if the owners would wish to add a 5th bedroom or a common space, we can provide that for them. Now, along with standard features that come to each home, we can provide upgrades and add-ons if the owners wish. Also, our homes will be compliant with the ICC 700 and have a HERS rating of 65. Now I'd like to pass it on to Alex, who's going to talk about construction management.
Thank you, sir. So our costs for this construction project include a land acquisition cost of $2.5 million, a site development cost of $8.8 million, and a vertical building construction cost of $47.4 million. As with any construction project, there are risks associated with our project. The 6.6 acres of wetland on our site would normally pose a problem, but we will turn them into a natural drainage on our site through the use of the buffers that we will include in our site plan. For quality control, we will handle this 2 ways. For our pre-sold homes, we will be conducting walkthroughs at key stages, including pre-board, post-fixture, and pre-close. For our stock homes, we will do those at the post-construction and pre-closure. Every homeowner will be provided a binder for their operations maintenance manuals to best understand the functionality of their home. The existing soil conditions on our site are a hard clay, which make basement construction very difficult, and therefore the slab-on-grade construction we're proposing is the best option. Our development has 3 phases. Phase 1 will have 119 homes, Phase 2 will have 106 homes, and Phase 3 will have 90 homes. Phase 1 completely encompasses the road frontage and makes sure that the public views our project as a community rather than just a construction site. The construction for Phases 2 and 3, the horizontal, will commence once the vertical construction in the previous phase has reached 80% sold. For Phases 2 and 3, we will take the construction traffic through the main entrance, and the only disruption to that will be mitigated by using our model homes in the front. To talk about sales and marketing, here's Rachel.
Thanks. Our sales and marketing platform has been based off of all the unique features we have included in our neighborhood. We have set aside 2.1% of our projected sales revenue towards these sales and marketing costs. To begin, our sales team will receive a 3% commission on all homes sold and will host open houses to invite outside brokers and other agents, knowing they'll still receive that 2% commission on those shared sales. We will also be partnering with a marketing agency, Markham. They're a local marketing agency that will assist us in our website, social media, print advertising, and billboards. They'll provide us with that local knowledge we may be unaware of. We also have buyer incentive programs. The first is the seasonal sale boost. This happens in lulls through sale seasons, where we'll provide $2,000 towards closing costs and $1,000 towards different sales selections. We also have the out-of-state appreciation incentive. This is good for those coming into Amazon or the American Airlines systems. And we'll provide $2,000 off of closing costs. We also have model home sales programs. This happens near the end of our construction, where we'll offer fresh paint, cleaning services, and $2,000 off of their closing costs. We also have the Last 10 program. This happens for each of our 3 phases. The last 10 lots in each phase will be reduced by $2,000 to keep these phase plans moving. We also have our key partners, which was Markham Marketing, as well as Empire Fence and First National Bank of Coweta, to keep local relationships strong, and DirecTV to provide lower pricing for our buyers. Now I'd like to hand it to Dan to finish with the finances.
Thank you, Rachel. With any construction project, there's often many risks involved. We've identified 3 main risks. First is the construction risk, which Alex already identified and mitigated. Second, we have the economic risk. Many economists are predicting a mini recession within the next few years. However, we are mitigating that with our developer option, which I'll talk about later. We also have the potential for changing market conditions. However, we do not believe this is a problem due to our large variety of styles and our high quality. Throughout the time of preparing this presentation, we developed 6 different cash flow scenarios, 3 of which deal with the sensitivity to changing sales paces, and 3 of which deal with the sensitivity to changing market conditions. Our first scenario is a base scenario. This has a sales pace of 15 homes per quarter and achieves an IRR of 20%. Second scenario is our conservative scenario. This has a sales pace of 9 homes per quarter and achieves an IRR of 12%. Third scenario is our optimistic scenario. This has a sales pace of 18 homes per quarter and achieves an IRR of 33%. Looking at the change of market conditions, our first scenario has 40% of the Magnus and achieves an IRR of 29%. The second scenario takes into consideration that people want the smaller home, the Carolina, and we have 50% of our houses as the Carolina, and this achieves an IRR of 9%. Final scenario is our developer option, at which point we would sell off developed lots in the second and third phase once phase 1 is complete. This achieves an IRR of 4%. We are confident that no matter what situation is thrown our way, we will still achieve a positive IRR. This graph shows the cash flow for our project for the base scenario. We break even at the 21st quarter of the project. We're proud to present a project as an investment of $4.8 million in loans, achieves a sales revenue of $65.5 million over the 72 months, and we are excited to partner with you for this project for a total cash investment of $11.2 million.
Executives, with this initial investment, we would be honored to help create wildflower meadows at Coweta Creek. Thank you, and we'll open the floor to any questions you may have.
Very good. Kevin, go ahead. Great job on the presentation today, and great job in the package you guys have submitted. I want to talk about some of the things in the package that I thought stood out to me on the submittal was the comps. You guys not only addressed the new home, the new builder competitors, but you also addressed resales. So I thought that was a good look and good approach to the market. Also the condition program that you guys have for sales. And the one question I had that was in the package, and you guys touched on a little bit today, is the discount on the model. So you guys had said that once you offer the model for sale, there would be a discount on that. I just want to understand the approach behind the discount on the model a little bit better.
So we understand these model homes have received a little bit of wear and tear when we've used it to show different options through the public. So by providing new paint and cleaning services as well as $2,000 off of closing costs, that's the discount we mean by that.
Okay. And then the other question I had, and maybe it's just a math problem, is on lot premiums. So you guys can talk about lot premiums. You showed a page today with the averages, and it was one off from that. I think it was 99 lots that were between 8,000 and 12,000. So if you offer 12,000, you're at max about 1.2, and then you got 61 lots at 4,000 and 8,000, which are actually about $500,000. So you about 1.7. And your performance showed 3.3. So I don't know if you guys noticed that there was a change in performance from the $3.3 million in lot premiums to how the averages worked out.
It takes into account both the size and location premiums that we put on. And so we have the 2 different premiums, the size, the two different upgrades, and then also the location premiums.
Okay. And then lastly, I think that's it. Thank you.
Very good. Kevin actually took a couple of my questions, so I'm just going to elaborate on it a little bit. I'm a little confused as far as the lot premiums versus the lot sales price. And my concern is there's potential that you get a 20,000 square foot lot that has a $50,000 sales price increase, and then depending on where it is in the development, you could have another 8,000 to 12,000 stuck on that. You're now dealing with a balloon minimum sales price that's gonna put you kind of almost out of the marketplace, so how would you address something like that?
So we also ran a scenario where we split those larger lots into two 10,000 square foot lots, and we still achieved a positive IR through that. And so we'd run that scenario if those larger lots were not as popular as we originally thought.
But if somebody can't afford it because they're now $60,000 higher in the marketplace than what they can afford, how would you adjust your sales strategy to all of a sudden all you have left of these expensive lots? What do you guys do?
Are you talking about the 20,000 square foot lots?
Well, combination, you got 20,000, 10,000, I mean, those are at least, your 10,000 square foot lots are $20,000 higher, and then again, depending on where the premium lots are, I mean, you've got a wide window of variation in price, so it's a very cost-sensitive market, so I'm just concerned that you guys might be optioning yourselves out to the high end.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, we have options to split those lots. However, we also believe that with the open concept of our neighborhood as a whole, that people will greatly appreciate having larger yards in order to grow that family that we're targeting.
Good.
Thank you guys, very good presentation. I want to give you guys some comments before I ask my question. You guys take the spot from commercial zoning directly go to the RS3, which is the high density residential. Also, HERS index is 65, so our HERS index is around 60 or between 55 and 60. Lately, a couple of years ago was 65. The was great. I really loved it. Managed to have another chance to 2730. Sales and marketing overhead is right. 2.1, so usually we are between 2 to 2.5. So those are great numbers. The question I have, I guess your project is expensive. Project. The cost of the project is more than the money you guys should or could make. There is a strategy called scapegoat. Scapegoat is a minimum square feet of houses. Let's say we plan to do 1,200 to about 1,200 square feet house. Let's say the market is $160,000. If I fill all those lots with 1,200 square feet house and sell those for 160, I need to make money. But when I divide your total cost, the number of lots, the average is around $190,000. So you guys losing money to the point. The presentation numbers, layout, they're great, but I guess the project somewhere your cost is higher than what it should be to me. That's just my concern. Thank you.
Great presentation, thank you very much. And I'm not going to beat the premium lot to death. That was one thing. I just want to compliment you on the presentation and pass on to Miles.
Great job, guys. Noticed in your financials that you had pretty constant pace for starts and closings. We wanted to know if you guys accounted for maybe an influx in the market to increase your start space, and your closing space, or maybe a decrease in the market where you guys have to slow down a little bit. But just wanted to ask you guys if you put some constants in your financials to account for that influx and influx in the market.
Can you repeat the question?
So I noticed that you guys had a pretty constant pace of starts and closings in your financials. Just wanted to check and see if you guys took into account maybe influx in the market to increase your starts and your sales pace, or slow it down a little bit in that instance.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is where the optimistic and conservative scenarios come into play. Both of those, we adjusted our schedules. So the optimistic extended or shortened our schedule, and then the conservative extended our schedule. And so those both took into account a slower sales pace as well as a faster sales pace.
I've got a couple minutes left. If I could ask a couple more questions. Talking about affordability and profitability, there's a page here in your presentation. It's in the one that was sent, page 40. It was not shown up on the screen. It's about additional upgrades. And I think you're leaving a lot of money on the table with these upgrades because you're not, these are only like 5% margins on some of these upgrades. For example, your storm shelter costs you $2,000, you're only selling it for $2,400. So that, I think, could be another way to generate some income that you guys are leaving on the table. Especially, the biggest one for me is I'm a car guy, so I want a third car garage. You're only charging me $13,000 for it. I mean, that's cheap money. So take another look at that, but I think you leave some money on the table. Anything else, Ben?
President, like I said, the presentation of the project is impressive. The only things I can see here, the number is very low.